In Indian polity, we are going to discuss about evolution of states and union territories. First one is integration of princely states. At the time of independence, India comprised two categories of political units. One is British provinces, another one is princely states. British provinces means those provinces which are administered by the British. Coming to the princely states, those are administered by the local rulers or hereditary rulers. Okay. So, in the Indian Independence Act 1947, it created two independent dominions, India and Pakistan. And the British government gave three options to princely states: either joining to India or Pakistan or remaining independent. Total 552 princely states were there in India at the time of independence. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, he played major role to integration those princely states into Union of India. But in that time, three were very difficult to integrate. One is Hyderabad, second one is Junagadh, third one is Jammu and Kashmir. And those three princely states were integrated into Union of India. Hyderabad was integrated by means of police action, Junagadh was integrated by means of referendum, and Jammu and Kashmir was integrated by means of instrument of accession. Okay? For reorganization of states, in 1950, Constitution contained four-fold classification of states and union territories. Okay? So Part A contained 9 states. So those states are governors provinces of British India. 9 states are Assam, Bihar, Bombay, Madhya Pradesh, Madras, Orissa, Punjab, United Provinces and West Bengal. Part B contains 9 states which are princely states with legislature. Those are Hyderabad, Jammu and Kashmir, Madhya Bharat, Mysore, Patiala and East Punjab, Rajasthan, Saurashtra, Travancore, Cochin, Vindhya Pradesh. Okay. So, and Part C contains 10 chief commissioners provinces of British India and princely states. Those are Ajmer, Bhopal, Bilaspur, Cooch Behar, Coorg, Delhi, Himachal Pradesh, Kutch, Manipur and Tripura. Okay. And Part D contain Andaman and Nicobar Island. Okay. There has been a demand from different regions for the reorganization of the states, particularly in South India. Okay, on the basis of linguistic. Okay, according to Government of India, it appointed Linguistic Provinces Commission in 1948 under the chairmanship of S.K. Dar. So, the work is to examine the feasibility of this, and the work is reorganization of the states on the basis of linguistic factor or not. Okay, and it submitted its report in 1948 December. So the recommendation is reorganization of a states on the basis of administrative convenience rather than the linguistic factor. Okay, and this was not fair, and they created another committee, JVP committee. It consisted Jawaharlal Nehru, Vallabhbhai Patel and Patabi Sitaramaya, and hence it was popularly known as JVP committee. And it submitted its report in April 1949, and it formally rejected language as the basis of reorganization of the states. Okay? In 1952, Potti Sriramulu, he was a Congress person, and he was died after a 56-day hunger strike for the separate Andhra state. That's why in October 1953, Government of India was forced to create the first linguistic state. So this is Andhra state by separating the Telugu speaking areas from the Madras state. Okay. After the creation of Andhra state, which is on the basis of linguistic factor, and there were so many demands from other states on the linguistic basis. Okay, so in that time government of India appointed Fazal Ali commission under the chairmanship of Fazal Ali. This is a states reorganization commission to examine the reorganization of states under the language basis. Okay, and it submitted its report in 1955 September, and it rejected the theory of one language, one state. Okay, and it identified four major factors that must take into account for the reorganization of the states. One is preservation and strengthening of the unity and security of the country. Okay, and a linguistic and cultural homogeneity we should follow, and financial and economic and administrative consideration will take into account while the reorganization of the states on the basis of the linguistic character. Okay, and a planning and promotion of the welfare of the people in each and every state. Okay, and in nation level also. So according to this Fazal Ali commission, these four factors should keep in mind while the separating or reorganization of the states. Okay, so the parliament enacted Reorganization of the States Act 1956, and it enacted 7th Amendment Act 1956. According to 7th Amendment Act 1956, it abolished the existing classification of the states into four categories like Part A, Part B, Part C and Part D. Okay, and they recognized and they reorganized them into 14 states and 6 union territories. There were some new states and union territories were created after 1956 reorganization of the States Act. Okay, at first 14 states and 6 union territories were there, but later so many states were created on the basis of state reorganization of 1956. First one is Maharashtra and Gujarat. So the bilingual state of Bombay was divided into two separate states. Maharashtra for Marathi speaking and Gujarat for Gujarati speaking people. Okay, so Gujarat was established as the 15th state of Indian Union. Okay, second one is Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and this Dadra and Nagar Haveli was ruled by the Portuguese rulers until 1954. After 1954 to till 1961, this was administered by the people who are chosen by themselves. Okay, and it was converted into a union territory of India by the 10th Constitutional Amendment Act 1961. Goa, Daman and Diu. India acquired these three territories from the Portuguese by means of a police action in 1961, and they were constituted as a union of territories by the 12th Constitutional Amendment Act 1962. And later in 1987, Goa got the statehood, and Daman and Diu was a separate union territory. Next one is Puducherry. So the territory of Puducherry comprises former French establishments in India, and this this Puducherry was handover into India by the French in 1954, and it was established and it was administered as a acquired territory till 1962. Okay, after that it was made a union territory by the 14th Constitutional Amendment Act. Nagaland. In 1963, the state of Nagaland was formed by taking the Naga Hills and Cheongsang area from the state of Assam. And this was done to satisfy the movement of Nagas. Okay, so before giving the Nagaland the status of a 16th state of Indian Union, it was placed under the control of Governor of Assam in 1961. Haryana, Chandigarh and Himachal Pradesh. In 1966, the state of Punjab was bifurcated to Haryana and Chandigarh. Haryana was the 17th state because of the Hindi speaking people were there, majority. Okay, and Himachal Pradesh got the union territory status, but later it got statehood. This was the 18th state of Indian Union. Okay. Manipur, Tripura, Meghalaya. In 1972, political map was changed in northeastern states. Okay, so Manipur got statehood, and it was 19th state of India, and Tripura was the 20th state of India. Meghalaya was the 21st state of India. Okay. Eighth one is Sikkim. Till 1947, Indian princely states under the Chogal ruler. Okay, in 1947, after the lapse of British, Sikkim became a protectorate of India. It means India can involve in defense, external affairs, and communications regarding the Sikkim state. Okay, only responsible to the government of India. Remaining powers were behind the state. Okay, so according to 35th Constitutional Amendment Act 1974, the Sikkim got status of associate state. Okay. At last, 36th Constitutional Amendment Act 1975, Sikkim was full-fledged state of Indian Union, and this was the 22nd state of India. In 1987, Mizoram was 23rd state, Arunachal Pradesh was 24th state of India, and Goa was 25th state of India. Okay. 10th one is Chhattisgarh, Uttarakhand and Jharkhand. Chhattisgarh was created out of Madhya Pradesh, and Uttarakhand created from Uttar Pradesh, and Jharkhand was created from Bihar in 2000. So Chhattisgarh was the 26th state of India, Uttarakhand was the 27th state, and Jharkhand was the 28th state. 2014, Telangana was formed from the Andhra state. Okay, and this was the 29th state of Indian Union, and this was bifurcated from the Andhra Pradesh through the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act of 2014. Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh. Till 2019, the Jammu and Kashmir enjoyed the 370 article of the Indian Constitution. It says about the special status to the Jammu and Kashmir. It means it created its own constitution. Okay. In 2019, special status of Jammu and Kashmir was abolished by presidential order. Okay. And we can call this as the constitution application to the Jammu and Kashmir order 2019. It abolished the special status to the Jammu and Kashmir. Presidential order 2019 suspended the earlier order, that is the Constitution Order 1954, which given the special status to the Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019 bifurcated two. One is Jammu and Kashmir, which is in Union Territory status with legislature, and Union Territory Ladakh without legislature. Okay, and change of names. Okay, there were some changes regarding the names of the states. First state to have a new name, United Provinces. It was renamed as Uttar Pradesh in 1950. Okay, this was the first state which is changed the name. Okay, and the next one is Madras, and it was renamed as Tamil Nadu, and Mysore was renamed as Karnataka, and Lakshadweep, Minikoy, Aminidiv Islands were renamed as Lakshadweep. Okay, and National Capital Territory of Delhi was given the name to the Union Territory of Delhi. Okay, and Uttaranchal was renamed as Uttarakhand, and Pondicherry was renamed as Puducherry, and Orissa was renamed as Odisha. Okay.